everyone, I'm Tiffany Benson, one part of Team Benson, and it's getting seriously hot in Arizona. It's time for me to take this whole shade cloth situation a little bit more seriously. Okay guys, so it has gotten like extreme heat for some reason in Arizona. Usually, like I said, we have like a fake summer where it gets a little warm, but we're reaching triple digits for like a long period of time. So I really need to get my shade cloth up. Unfortunately, Mr. Benson has not finished my full structure yet, and he is an essential worker, so he is working, and it's gonna be up to me. I mean, I built most of this, so I'm pretty confident in my abilities to at least get some things going on. But first what I'm going to do is pick out the rest of everything that I have that's ripe and ready to go. And then I'm going to top off all of the soil and then put up the shade cloth. So, we'll see. And I also have a big umbrella. There's the AC. So guys, over here, these beets look amazing. So I'm going to actually pull them because I think it's starting to get a little too hot for them. And yeah, look at that! Not a bad size. For my first time growing beets and really not knowing what I'm doing, that actually isn't bad, guys. I'm pretty proud of that. We got another one over here too. Not too bad, not too bad. That one's actually a little bit more round. So that's exciting. Look guys, I have beets. So for being honest, I've never grown a beet. So this year was a total experiment on how to grow those. So I'm sure that next year I'm gonna be able to have a lot bigger size beets because I'm not gonna do the whole cluster planting thing like I saw. That did not work for me. I don't know how it worked for everybody else. Maybe it's because they have a longer season where it's not so hot, so they can kind of pull the beets one by one. But here in Arizona, we go from like nice and cool, let's plant everything, to we're gonna all sweat to death. So I'm gonna pull the rest of the beets. I have a couple more patches of them, and then I'm gonna show you guys the tomatoes because I have 3 ripe tomatoes that I'm gonna pull, and I have a jalapeno. I have my cilantro that is preserved, so I'm gonna make some salsa today, and I'm pretty excited about it. Okay guys, I just had to show you this because I didn't get a lot of really big beets, but I got a lot of beet greens. I actually tried beet greens for the first time this year, and they're pretty good. I saute them up like I do Swiss chard, and we also had them on some tacos too, and they were pretty good. So since this is such a thicker leaf, I'm going to freeze it and see how it does freezing. So I'll have to get back to you guys and let you know how that worked. But if it doesn't defrost well, then I'll just use it for juicing because I am going to start juicing a lot more. But if it does, then I'll just saute it up with Swiss chard like I do and put it on some fish. So let's look at these tomatoes. Alright guys, I am so excited to have ripe tomatoes right now. I have 3 of them, and the birds have not even attacked them yet because they don't know that they're here. So I'm excited about that. Let's get them picked. Have you ever seen 3 more perfect tomatoes than this? Because I mean, I haven't. Granted, I'm a little biased because I just grew these, but look guys, these are pretty. I love it. I'm making salsa. Okay, next up, I'm gonna take this jalapeno because it's a little darker and I think a little bit more ripe than this jalapeno. I only need 1 for salsa, so I tend to let my peppers stay as long as possible, and I just kind of pick them when I need them. So as long as it's not like cold or anything like that where it can damage the pepper, then you can pretty much let it stay because you can eat peppers at pretty much any stage you want to eat them at. So I'm gonna take this one. So now I'm gonna go through and get the shishito peppers. My shishito peppers didn't do as amazing as they've done before in the past because they've gotten so damaged by the hailstorm, and I kept trying to bring them back, but they just never really recovered. So we'll have a little bit of shishitos. They're very small, and there's only a couple on this one, and this one's turning red. Typically when they turn red, they're a little bit sweeter. At least they are in the winter. I've never had a shishito turn red in the summer. Usually they turn red in the winter, and they're pretty sweet. But I'm gonna go ahead and grab all these. I'm so disappointed in my shishito peppers. Shishito peppers are one of the easiest things to grow in Arizona. They just kind of like really just take over and give you a ton of shishito plants. But those two got damaged in the hailstorm, and they kept growing, but they never grew like actual full-size shishito peppers. They just grew these like little small squatty little things. But I mean, I'm still going to blister them and dip them in some spicy mayo, so we'll see how that goes. The next thing I'm gonna go grab are I'm gonna prune back some of my lemon balm. Lemon balm I grew for medicinal purposes because it does a lot. So I'm gonna do a video about that to kind of give you guys a reasoning of why I grow lemon balm, what lemon balm can do for you, and what you can do and how you can preserve it. So I'm gonna go grab that next. Okay, so this is my lemon balm. As you can see, it's getting a little ate up by the sun, but we're gonna take care of that because I have an umbrella that's going to shade it. But I'm going to prune this back a lot so I can start drying it and getting it put away. Okay guys, in this one I'm gonna grab a bunch of the Swiss chard because that needs to be pruned. And then I'm gonna grab the rest of these like little leaves off of the spinach because I'm pulling the spinach today since it's gone to seed. And I'm also going to pull the romaine lettuce. I'm gonna save the tops and see if I can drive them out to get the seeds out of them. But it's so much taller than the actual stakes for the shade cloth. So I need to go ahead and get that out of there so that I can put the shade cloth up so that all my little babies down here are going to be okay. And I'm actually gonna plant some collards in these spaces, but I'm gonna start those indoors. Okay guys, have you seen a more perfect basket of veggies? I have some lemon balm, some tomatoes, a jalapeno, some Swiss chard, some beet leaves, and then also some shishito peppers. But that is pretty. Okay guys, so it's getting absolutely hot out here. I am going to go put all of this inside, and then I'm gonna water, raise soil levels, and then figure out this shade cloth situation. And then plant some of the starts that I had that need to get planted that I had started inside and I've been hardening off. So I'm gonna go through, do all that, and I'm gonna bring you guys back and show you my end product soon. All right guys, I'll be right back. All right guys, so that went from, oh, it's not that bad, to it's 100 degrees really quickly. Really quickly that escalated. So I mean, it was very hot trying to get all this stuff up and trying to get the shade cloth up. I was trying to finish building the structure, and I just thought I just have to get shade cloth up before my garden completely burns up. So I just kind of threw it up everywhere willy-nilly. So it's not beautiful, but everything's not dead. So this is what it looks like. It's not pretty. Should have a big umbrella right here, kind of shading all this area and this spot right here. So it's not gorgeous guys by any means. The wind was actually really blowing, but everything looks to have been protected. This actually blew off, so we'll have to, sorry guys, I bumped you. I'll have to go through and maybe do something a little bit better here. But I ended up running out of regular shade cloth, which is this one, and it's up on there. So I ended up using, this is what I use during the winter when I'm trying to protect it from the cold. So it looked like everything kind of survived, nothing's burned. This poor plant up here was not the happiest, but it looks like it's coming back a little bit guys, my runner bean. And yeah, we survived. Alright guys, well, that's Arizona for you. Goes from, oh, we're okay, to, okay, now it's 100 degrees. But I am excited that everything is kind of doing well. I think I might get another umbrella, big umbrella to put here versus the shade cloth because of the things going up the arches. I don't want them to kind of get like sandwiched between hot metal and, you know, fabric cloth. Like, I don't know if those runner beans are actually gonna survive, but everything else looks pretty good. Everything else is looking nice. Even my Swiss chard is looking beautiful, and see what it does tomorrow. Alright, till next time guys, grow yourself a garden, because even a desert garden can provide you with tons of food. Bye guys.